Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hello Word, the podcast where we explore English one word at a time. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you with me today. Our word for today is deep, a B1 level adverb that we use all the time. What does deep actually mean? Well, it essentially means far down or greatly. Think of it in terms of physical depth, like a deep ocean, or emotional depth, like a deep sadness. It indicates something profound or extensive. So let's dive deep into this word. Let's explore some synonyms for deep. A useful synonym is profound. Instead of saying he has a deep understanding of physics, you could say he has a profound understanding of physics. See how the meaning stays essentially the same? Another synonym for deep, especially when referring to intensity, is intense. For example, instead of she felt deep sorrow, you might say she felt intense sorrow. Intense emphasizes the strong feeling. We can also use the word thoroughly as a synonym for deep, especially when referring to actions or processes. For example, instead of saying he investigated the matter deep, you can say he investigated the matter thoroughly. This emphasizes the completeness of the investigation. Another useful synonym is seriously. Consider, he thought about it deep, which could become he thought about it seriously. Moving on to antonyms, which show us the opposite meaning, we have shallow. Think about the opposite of a deep ocean. It would be a shallow puddle. For example, the water was not deep versus the water was shallow. Another antonym is superficially. This contrasts with the idea of something being profound. Instead of saying he knew the subject deep, you could say he knew the subject superficially. This implies a lack of understanding. And another helpful antonym is slightly. In the case of he was deep hurt, the opposite might be he was slightly hurt. This clearly shows a difference in the degree of emotion. Another one could be incompletely. So, instead of she was deep involved, one could say she was incompletely involved. Now, let's see how we can use the word deep in everyday life. You might hear someone say, "That's deep," when referring to a philosophical idea. It's a very common expression. Or consider these examples. The forest was deep and dark. Here, deep describes the extent of the forest. She breathed deep before her performance. Here, deep modifies the verb breathed, indicating how she breathed. He dug deep into his pockets for change. Deep describes how far he dug. The movie had a deep impact on me. Here, deep describes the extent of the impact. The snow was deep enough to go sledding. Here, deep is describing the depth of the snow. He was deep in thought. This is a very common expression, meaning he was thinking intently. She was deep asleep. This means she was sleeping soundly. He has deep respect for his elders. Here, deep describes the extent of the respect. They were deep into a discussion. Here, deep is describing the extent of the involvement. The roots of the tree go deep into the ground. Here, deep refers to the physical depth. The secret was buried deep within her heart. This conveys the intensity and hidden nature of the secret. She was deeply moved by the music. This emphasizes the strength of the emotion. The well was very deep. A literal example of physical depth. He was deeply affected by the loss, indicating a strong emotional impact. The company is in deep trouble, expressing a serious situation. Let's recap what we've learned today. We explored the meaning of the word deep as an adverb meaning far down or greatly. We looked at synonyms like profound, intense, thoroughly, and seriously. We also considered antonyms such as shallow, superficially, slightly, and incompletely. And we saw how deep is used in many everyday expressions and situations. Thank you for joining me on Hello Word today. I hope you found this exploration of the word deep helpful and interesting. Before you go, I have a small request. If you enjoy this podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. Your support helps others find the show, and I really appreciate it. As always, I'd love to see how you use the word deep in your own writing. Create your own sentence using the word deep and share it as a comment below the video. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Until next time, keep exploring the wonderful world of words.